Honestly speaking, guys, I hate to be a carrier of bad news. But I am happy to blow this one to you. If you're one of the men that has been drinking Squirt, SQUIRT, Bratunde, Bratayo, you have been drinking urine.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time of watching me, my name is Nurse MJ. In this video, I am going to break down some myths to you. It's probably out of our usual, but well, it's not out of our usual because of course this channel is about travel, nursing, lifestyle, everything in general. So it's only fair for me to bring this news to you. So yesterday, this is how it started. It started from this video, my phone's the bad guy, and then this tweet that I made on my Twitter. And it's unbelievable that we are still having this argument because some men think that they know more about our body than we, the owner of the body. Yeah, that even when the owner of the body is explaining some things to you, you will still be arguing. And again, some men have said that I should allow them sip it in peace, so because of course they are not complaining. But anyway, me, I am concerned about your health, and I have decided to break it down again for you. Funny enough, guys, I did a Twitter space to have this discussion. But I did not record it, I did not save it, so a lot of people did not have the opportunity to know about it and hear me talk about the topic. So I have decided to create this video and have it up on my YouTube channel for other people to watch and and learn. Okay, so Squirt, again, let me break it to you that Squirt does not exist. It is a word, it is a term that was designed, that was branded. It's simply them rebranding urinating or urination as Squirt, because Squirt does not exist. There's nothing like Squirt. Okay, it is simply urinating involuntarily during sex. Okay, and I will try as much as possible to break this down so that you will understand. You know what, the female organ, the female body, I'll say, let me start with, is so unique, and the way it has been designed is just so, sometimes even you, the owner of the body, you start wondering about some things remain unclear to you. Yeah, and that is why we have people like us who have gone to study to learn more about these things. So the female body is really unique, it's beautifully made, and sometimes it can be quite complicated. Okay, the way the female organ is designed, yeah, the way her opening is designed, it is designed in such a way that a lot of openings are interconnected, they are connected, they are quite close to each other, and because of this you don't even know which one is which. Okay, now let me start with describing first of all the excretory system. So I will describe it in a simple term. We have the kidney, which is like two bean shaped organ, yeah, right on top, and then they have a tube connecting them to the bladder. That tube connecting them to the bladder is called ureter. Okay, so this tube connects them to the bladder opening, right? And then in the bladder, so when the kidney produces urine, makes the urine, it goes through this tube into your bladder, which is the organ that stores your urine until it is incapable of storing it, and you feel the need to urinate, and you need to urinate. I hope you get my point. So when it gets into the bladder, there's another tube within the bladder that leads outside for us to urinate. But in men, you see that in men it is just one tube, and then they are able to pass the urine through that same part. That same part is through where they ejaculate during sex and all of that. But for female, it is totally different. Okay, so in female, the opening from our urethra, the tube leading from the bladder that we use to excrete urine, is not the same as the vagina where we have sex. Okay, simply put that way, it is not the same, okay, as a vagina where we have, intercourse. Let me use that word, I think that's better. Intercourse. Okay, so it is not the same. Now let's explain how how we came about squirt. I believe that this term was generated by sex extremists, people who are involved in pornography, just looking for a term to brand these acts. And over time, some women think that because they don't squirt, they're not women enough. Some men have also made some women believe that because they don't squirt, they are not female enough, which or they are not they are not well exposed or something, or they are not complete. I don't want you to feel that way at all. And this video, let me point this out, that this video is not to shame those who do it, those who urinate and or those who squat. Yeah, let's use that word for now until we break it off. Yeah, it is just to enlighten us about what this is. Okay, now some people also confuse squirt and female ejaculation as being the same, but they are different. Now let's talk about squirt. So squirt is simply involuntary urination during sexual intercourse. This is what squirt is about. It is involuntary urination during sexual intercourse. So based on research, the constituent of squirt, which is urine, right? The constituent of squirt is urea, creatinine, uric acid, and one more special one, which is prostate specific antigen, which is PSA. Okay, now some people will be wondering, where did we come about prostates in women? Prostate is common in men. Yes, it is for men. So why is there prostate specific antigen in women? Anyway, we'll get right to it. So just follow this video if you are really interested in this topic. So the prostate specific antigen is found in squirt in very little amount, and I will explain the reason why we can find this in squirt in very little amount. So the male have their prostate, but females also have prostates. Okay, females also have prostate. Okay, and the female prostate is called Skene's gland. Skene gland. Skene's gland. Okay, so the Skene's gland, what it does is that it is the one that releases this substance called PSA, yeah, during sex. So when you're stimulated, your body is stimulated, it has its own duct, or let me put in simple term, its own opening, yeah, that releases some substances from it called the PSA during sex. So when you're stimulated, because in men this PSA also contributes to sperm production. Okay, so in female it does the same thing literally. Okay, and it helps in lubricating. So in female it's contributing to their sperm production. In female it's doing the similar thing, and also it's lubricating the vagina during sexual intercourse. Okay, so because you're being stimulated during sex, your bladder is irritated, it gets filled, yeah, and then this Skene's gland is releasing its own PSA, or its own whitish fluid from the gland. All of this comes together, and that is why when they check a sample of squirt, you will see PSA in it. And then Some people believe that because it's in such sometimes it comes in such huge amount, yeah, they believe that it is different. And some also, because they feel relieved after that urination, they believe that it is the same as female ejaculation. Female ejaculation is different. Squirt is coming from your bladder. It is coming from the opening of your bladder, that is that where you urinate as a female, a very tiny little hole just above your, before the opening of your vagina itself, above it, right? That is where you pass urine. That is exactly where squirt is coming out from. It is not coming out from your vagina. It is coming out from squirt from sorry, it is coming out from the bladder. Okay, whereas female ejaculation, which is the real ejaculation, this one, the sample of a female ejaculation consists higher amount of PSA, generated of course from the Squirt gland. Yeah, the Squirt gland is surrounding that opening of the bladder, and it is releasing it closer to when you want to feel that sexual orgasm. Okay, so there are two different phenomena. The reason why a lot of people confuse them for each other is because they can happen simultaneously, and at times female ejaculation even go unnoticed. But if you want to be honest with me, by the time you feel good, or maybe you've reached orgasm, you will notice that you want to go to the toilet. So the difference between you and the person who believes they're squatting by releasing the wee on the bed is that you will feel the urge and you want to go to toilet. So you will feel the urge, you want to stand up and go to the toilet. A lot of females have allowed themselves to be deceived by a lot of things just because the other gender, it makes them feel good, and they feel like it makes them feel, they tell them, oh, you're a bad bitch, and they make them feel like super, and they make them feel super and feel like the real women, which is not true. Okay, some women, they even know that it is urine, they want to pass urine, they need to stand up and go to the toilet, right? But they decide to leave it that way, so it comes off as squirt. So it is simply urine. You feel the urge, you feel the urgency in needing to go to the toilet, but if you refuse to listen to that urge, you will end up letting it loose on the bed. And if you continues to have sexual intercourse, if your partner continues to continues the exercise, right, you will end up passing it on the bed. So now the frequency of you doing this depends on how often you like to have sex, how often you are enjoying it. You will feel that urge. So squirt does not exist. Squirt is urine. Squirt is not female ejaculation. It is not the same. So it is really important that we get this right. And if you're a female that you're already used to this and you're thinking, how do we then correct this, right? How do we then correct this? I believe that you have an option. Is that you start listening to your body, that when you need to urinate, the same urge you feel when you're outside or in the mall and there's no place to wee, you hold it in, right, until you see a toilet, and then you let it loose, right? You can also control your urge of this, and if you feel you cannot control it, you need to stop having sex when you're pressed and you need to wee. And you also can I can suggest that you speak to a counselor, somebody that knows about sex therapist or a sex coach or something. I can also suggest that you probably speak to a gynecologist, someone that knows about your body, someone that knows about the female body, and can tell you more about this if you're really not so convinced about my explanation. Okay, and I believe that will actually help you. Now, if you're a man and you have a partner that squirts, and they enjoy it, they're already used to it, right? But you don't like it, I believe you can speak to them about this, enlighten them, share this video with them, let them watch it and understand that squirt, is involuntary urination. And when there's something we call incontinence, okay? Incontinence is it's involuntary urination. Yeah, you're not, maybe due to stress. Sometimes you notice that when you're very stressed, maybe you're laughing too much, or you're already pressed and then you begin to laugh too much, laugh so hard, you might let a little bit of urine out. And if you, that is because your bladder is already full and you need to go to the toilet. And if you don't go to the toilet at that, as when you need to go, right, and your bladder has lost its capacity to actually help you hold it back in, you might actually end up peeing all over your body. Okay, now some people have lost, maybe due to age, or due to some other factors, their bladder has lost the ability to hold in urine. The orifices, the opening of their bladder has lost the ability to hold in urine to a certain point. Yeah, and then they begin to wee. Okay, and for some it's psychological. So I really believe that you can go and see your doctor, see your gynecologist, see your GP, and have this discussion with them about squirting. It is not normal. It doesn't make you abnormal, but it is something that is not normal, and you can actually fix. It is fixable. Okay, you can fix it by speaking to healthcare practitioners that are able to help you. Pornography has made a lot of things look normal. Yeah, and it has made some partners have unrealistic expectations from their partners. Okay, be you, remain authentic to you. There are a lot of other things that you can explore. Okay, there are a lot of ways that you can make you can meet up with your sexual fantasy. You can enjoy having sexual intercourse with your partner. There are a lot of other things that you can explore, but squirting is not one of them, because it is not normal. If you have a partner that squirts so much, it also can be a problem, in the sense that means you have to get some plastic waterproof or materials to put on your bed. If not, they will ruin your mattress. Imagine using an expensive Ottoman mattress and your partner is always squatting, and because of that, in a country like the UK, where we only have sun occasionally or yearly, once in a year, how do you even sun dry your mattress? Yeah, and then it destroys your mattress. So it means that you will have to keep changing your mattress, or you get a waterproof material to put on your bed, pending when you guys can fix this urinating issue. So squatting does not exist. It is simply urination. Okay, you feel that very deep urge to use the toilet. Okay, and you need to get up and wee, because if you refuse to get up and wee during sex, you will squirt in their term, okay, which is really urinating at that point. So I hope this video has helped made you understand what squirt is, what it is not, and what female ejaculation is and what it is not. Okay, so if you're a man and you've been sipping on this substance, right, on this fluid, which is urine, it's simply you've been drinking urine. You've been drinking dilute urine. If you hold in urine for a long period of time, yeah, it will be concentrated, especially if you have not been drinking enough water that day. Okay, so it will be concentrated. It will be like amber color. Okay, but maybe if you just finish urinating not quite long and you have sex, right, over time your bladder is really irritated and urine builds up in it again quickly, and you feel the urge to want to urinate, it will be dilute. It will not be the same color as a normal urine. That is why it is dilute urination. But these things that are in it, urea, creatinine, uric acid, they are the same constituents that can be found in a normal urine, only that it will be in a smaller amount because it is dilute. of course, that doesn't make it another substance aside urine. It is still urine. Okay, so I hope you understand this fact now. This is a fact. Okay, this is a fact that you can check out on the internet. This is a fact that I think on the space that I had last night, yeah, someone confirmed to me that she actually squirts. I think she's done it about once or twice. And she said, I asked her about the feeling, and she said she feels the urge to urinate. That is it. But because they are too excited about the action that is going on, and the action continues, it irritates the bladder further. It pushes you to wee on the bed at that point. So either you like it or not, if you don't use the toilet, you will use the bed, and your partner will not continue to have sex with you while you're urinating. It will still stop. So why not get up and urinate? Another thing that I practice as a woman myself when I was really full sexually active is I go to the wee I go and wee before, okay, and definitely you expect that you're going to wee after sex. So this is something you can practice. You can also reduce the amount of water you take before sex, and it can reduce the urge to want to urinate during sex. So I hope that you found this video useful, and you know this might be unusual, but I actually want to start talking more about female health. I mean, things that I know as a nurse and as a female, and I want to start sharing more of that with you. Hope that you found this video useful and helpful. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Cheers.